Going to a party tonight?
Oh yeah, I've been fucking.
We are
So
live,
I have.
by the way. Or do you want me to go
Hold on.
unlive for a second?
No, you can stay live. So
Okay.
like I said, I said before, I have two partners, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chris and I guess I shouldn't necessarily name my partners on the air, but like, yeah, it was um one of my partners. They love to party and are always out doing stuff at events and like live shows and clubs. So I have been wanting to get into the party scene a bit more in Toronto, because like it's always oh cat wants it. Oh, she wants in the closet here. Come on, go in
Wants
the
to go in
closet.
the closet?
Yeah, she likes to get into shit. Because when my partner lived in this room, she wasn't allowed in the closet. But I don't care if she goes in there. I don't have anything she can wreck, really. She's not gonna like claw at my clothes. So, I let her go into the closet, and she really appreciates it because she feels like she's breaking the rules. You know how cats are.
Yeah. Also, cats they're like reptiles in a way. Like they like little hidey spots. They like little
Oh yeah.
where they can
It
hide.
depends on the cat, especially like Moonin, she's like the hidey hole cat. Like her
Mm.
favorite spot is like a part of the bed where she thinks nobody can reach her. It's actually the bed's on wheels, so like Dart can just roll it out really easy and get to her if she's like sick or not doing well, but she thinks she can't be reached. And we don't try to go for her while she's back there, so she feels really safe in her spots. Because you got to make a kitty feel safe. Always.
Changing every.
And I will stop the Armored
Yeah.
Core playing in just a minute. I am just in the middle of a mission.
What are you playing?
Testing
Armored
out
Core?
Armored Core 6.
A tank fighting game?
No, it's a. Oh, Jesus, this build isn't as juicy as I was hoping it was. I probably have to be better with it. It's a giant mecha game essentially, but you could like make a tank mecha which has like a torso, body, and yeah. It's cool. I don't know why I'm oh, I see. I was at critical damage, that's why that's out. But yeah, it's a pretty good game. You got the robots, you got the thingy
You got the
thing.
pew pews and the boom booms and the.
You got the you got a giant energy sword, Um, you got the dodge mechanics. The really fun thing though is like I was telling Rue, the build crafting is really in depth. Like there's a million stats that like you have to balance and like
Uh,
um no, it's fun. It's like really fun. It's not like tedious. It's like, okay, so I don't have enough physical weight. I need heavier legs so I can carry more stuff, right? Oh no, the stuff I'm carrying has a higher engine load. Let me change my torso so that I can facilitate more energy generation from my generator, right? Because your torso gives you a generator efficiency bonus. And like you could tune your stuff really, really lean so that you're like within inches of your weight and energy thresholds, and you don't have a lot of like attitude stability, which is like stagger resistance or
mm-hmm.
like energy regaining.
Okay.
Or you can have like a bunch of surplus weight and energy, which gives you like bonuses when you go to operate. Because like extra energy that's not being used translates to energy or engine efficiency bonus, which helps it recharge faster and have like a greater supply for you to pull from when you're boosting. Like there's a whole bunch of stats, right? And because it's not like tedious to build your mech, it's like fun and organic. You eventually come upon a build that's really effective, and nobody tells you to build that, right? Unless you like looked online and ruined it for yourself. And like you'll usually come to something that's very unique and very you, and everybody does really different shit. Some people really like the heavy mechs. Some people really like to use like light mechs with like pulse blade, and to do like dodge cancels and like some really fast shit like that. Some people just want to have like what's it called, the wheelchair tank, because it's super overpowered and you just like burn around. It's basically tank treads that are designed after after competitive wheelchairs. Because if you think about it, I mean, the weight distribution is a really good balance point, and it
Mm-hmm.
ended up working really well for the tank or the ACs. So yeah, unironically, one of the best legs that you can have in the game is what the community calls wheelchair, because it's actually like based on competitive wheelchair designs, which I think is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty neat. That's a very in-depth game. Was it free?
Mm,
Paid?
no.
Hmm.
It's a FromSoft game. Of course it's not going to be free.
Yeah, I was just curious. Sometimes certain games
Oh, like
are
yeah, I know
not.
what you mean, like Destiny or what have you. Those
Yeah,
games
yeah.
are all free to play.
What's that new game,
I think though,
Starfield? Are you got your is that on your
I
radar?
know Starfield's Xbox and PC specific, so I can't
Is
really
it?
play it.
Damn, okay. I didn't know that.
Yes,
I just saw
because
it at Target and I've been seeing ads for it and I'm
so
like, "Ooh, that does look
yeah,
kind of
it
fun."
got it got acquisitioned by Microsoft through the Bethesda merger.
Okay.
So um
Okay.
Starfield's like specifically a PC and Xbox title. And don't get me wrong, I do want to play it, but I also think that having two consoles of like competing generations is like an asinine amount of money
Yeah.
required to play it, and I don't want to partake in that. Um, and it's like needless overconsumption. Why do I need two different sets of proprietary software? Like it just or hardware, it just pisses me off. There's no need for it, right?
Yeah.
But I do need a computer for work eventually. Um, so I'm going to get a good computer way down the line when I'm like very secure financially after like the film industry starts back up again and I have excess
How has that
money
been
and I can
going?
actually buy
Like,
something.
have there been more any more work, or has it just been it's been slow
Nope.
still for you?
It's like we're 138 days in the strike right now.
Mhm.
I don't know if they're just counting like working days, but it's been like yeah, 138 is 137 is what I read yesterday,
Mhm.
right? So who knows? It may have been more since then. I am in a lot of groups that are very up to date on shit because they have to be,
Mhm.
but at the same time, it's not like I'm in meetings or anything because like
Right.
I'm in Canada. A lot of this is happening in the States, and even in Canada, I'm not important in the film industry in any way. People like working with me because I'm good at what I do,
Right, but
but I'm not some
you're not a decision
no.
maker of any sort of
I'm as plugged in as any other person who's a fucking grunt like
Yeah.
me. I'm not bumping elbows with the bigwigs, and if I do, it's because they wanted to thank me for a hard season of work on the show. That's usually it.
Mhm.
And that's usually the time where we talk, not during, but just like a little acknowledgement and thank you and after, which is
Yeah.
usually more than enough because I don't expect them to stop doing their job to come and talk to me, right?
No. No, yeah.
So yeah, it is. It's a job, and I like it.
That is good. I have a job that I don't like, unfortunately.
Uh,
I used to be like okay about it, and since my boss left and now I'm reporting to the guy above him, it has not been great. And basically, a whole bunch of changes were put into order, and a bunch of changes. Like, I don't mind change. Like, I'm a person like I'm always fine with change as long as it is for efficiency and productivity, and to make people's lives easier, to make the workflow better. But the changes that were implemented are not making things easier or more efficient or better. And so I've been voicing those concerns, and said big boss keeps laughing in my face during meetings, to the point
Ugh.
where I wanted to knock his fucking teeth out. So That's where I'm at with my job. I think I'm deciding to mentally check out, and do that, I guess, quiet quitting, as they call it. I'm just
Wouldn't
gonna
it be
do my
awesome if
fucking
you could
job.
like wouldn't it be awesome if you could like find a way to work in film just like me and only have to work like 6 months of the year and then just do whatever the fuck you want for the other six?
I truly would love that. And it's really frustrating because real estate, the industry, it can be like that because the spring and summer are the most busy times. Everyone's buying houses cuz kids aren't really in school or they're getting to the end of school, right? So most people want to buy a new house before the kids are back in school in the fall. So so really my spring and summer is my super busy time where I rack up a lot of overtime, things crazy. And then the fall winter is supposed to be where, things kind of back off. People aren't, buying a house at Christmas time, who's really doing that during the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
So that time of the year is supposed to be like, okay, you can catch up on things, whatever. It's supposed to be kind of slow. But
Mm-hmm.
the way that things are happening with my company, we're still busy, but we're losing people because changes keep being made, and it's just like it's a fucking clusterfuck, and it doesn't have to be a clusterfuck, but it is
Mm-hmm.
in our slow time, and that is probably the most frustrating thing. But yeah, I would absolutely love a job that was, I guess, seasonal in some aspect like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like my dad had that with carpentry. Like usually, fall, spring, summer
Well,
projects would
with
go on. He'd
with
be laid off in the winter.
with the momentum that we're getting with the labor movement right now, which is a lot,
Yes, which is very
dare to
good.
dream. Dare to fucking dream right now, right? And like organize with your workers and fight for what you deserve because we've been taken advantage of long enough and it's time that we strike in solidarity with each other, like the auto manufacturers of America just went on strike as well.
Did they? I heard
Yeah.
some buzz about that, whether they were going to or not going to.
According to the meme I read, yeah, I looked up the logo of the people being referenced because it was like a merry strike to you and a merry strike to you as well. And I looked up the acronym. It was like UAP or UAM or something like that. And yeah, I got like United American Manufacturers or something like that, which is like an auto workers union, or auto workers thing. So yeah, people are sick of being taken advantage of.
I don't even make $30 an hour. I got a master's degree. That says a lot, Like that just says a fucking lot. Um, no, I
Hmm.
was thinking back to so it was a very hot topic of debate. Drew Barrymore, her talk show, she
Oh,
went
fucking,
back
she's a
into
scab.
yeah, she went back into production
Yeah.
using non-union writers, blah blah blah. But what is sort
She
of
stopped.
a little bit of good news? She was like, "Oh, I've heard what you said. I'm not gonna do it now."
She's still
Yeah, because
somebody who is scabbed more than
she
once,
lost
and
Yeah.
she lost her contracts. That's why everybody
mhm.
started pulling her contracts.
Oh.
That's why. Yeah,
Oh, so the
they were
money
She
like, "Oh,
doesn't
you're gonna get."
disappeared.
she doesn't give a
Yeah.
shit about not scabbing. She gives a shit about the repercussions that come from scabbing.
And you know what's fucking crazy about Drew Barrymore, right? So like she is like local to this Philly area, and the Barrymore family, like they were a very prominent theater family. I read this whole like history like article about the Barrymore family and how there's so much drama in their like they're a really like prominent artsy theater movie whatever show family. And like so like in this area we all kind of like we idolize Drew Barrymore a little bit. We're like, oh, Drew, we love her. And then she did that and we were
Oh,
like, oh, it hurts so bad. Ah.
you monster! How could you betray our trust
And
like
I was
that?
like, you're from Philly. Like we're like a very like strong, like kind of
Hmm.
union sort of driven city. Like what the fuck, man?
Money changes people.
I
You get
agree.
too much, and it distances you from your fellow human being. And then there's such a sickness of modern times where fuck you, I got mine. I can never have enough, and they always just want more and more and more and more and more. And it's just to show how much they have. It's not for the sake of using it. It's not for the sake of like need. It's not for the sake of even like, I know people who come from like destitute communities who then like turn around and do massive great things for the communities. Like oh God, what's his name? I can't believe I'm blanking on Kendrick Lamar. He's done so much to like help the communities he came from and actually like give back. Like he's a fucking good dude. You know what I mean? I'm sure he's had problematic takes from what I've read before, but like at the end of the day, he at least like gave back when he made like huge success, right? Or like Keanu Reeves, how he
love
make
Keanu.
sure like he gives like the crazy best fruit gifts to his crew, right? Like, or fuck, I don't want to applaud Taylor Swift because she has a lot of other problems, but like still giving that big bonus was the right thing to do, right? So
I saw
maybe if she could like calm down on the fucking private jet usage and a lot of the other bullshit that people call her on, because I'm not like,
that would be nice.
I'm not a Taylor fan here, so I'm not necessarily schooled in all the problems and all the drama and shit, but she's got other issues, I'm sure.
It's like a cult following out there, man. Like all these Swifties, so many Swifties.
I mean, I'm not gonna yuck somebody else's yum, right?
No, her music's catchy. I get it.
It's like essential hyper white cis hetero girl music.
Highly marketable.
Highly marketable white woman bullshit. That's what that is.
That is the title of this episode. Highly marketable white woman bullshit.
Done.
I like how often the names of the episodes are just random ass shit that we say.
They really are, and I fucking love it because it forces people just to listen to the episode to understand what the fuck we're talking about.
God.
You've all been fooled.
Like a meme within the podcast itself. Like, is this planned? No, it's all just on the wing ad hoc bullshit.
I know. We do some planned episodes, but some, I don't know. I feel like our natural sort of conversational episodes always go way better. I wish the wards episode, I don't know. I wish it got more views, but like it got posted late and then recorded weird. It's such a good episode of material. So if you are listening to this, go back and check out the World of Ward Crafting episode because I love the title. I have not gotten sued by anyone for the title as of yet. I've not gotten a cease and desist from Blizzard.
It is a very clever title. I don't think if they could actually like cease and desist you over it.
Hopefully not.
I mean, I'm sure they could certainly try.
They could try, and I'd be like, okay.
I don't think that we have enough value to even merit observation from a corporate entity, let alone cease and desist.
No, but I do have a fun thing to report. We have,
Oh yeah, I saw that. Go
on Ko-fi. We have a donation on Ko-fi. And I do not recognize this person. I don't recognize them from anyone in my circle of people that I know. I'm trying to find...
We did it! We finally got reach with somebody.
We did it. I'm gonna try and log into the Ko-fi right now. Let me see.
All ye queers or people who have languished on small projects rejoice.
I know, right? Like I say the name and you're like, oh yeah, I know that person.
I know that person.
But even if we know you, we still love you.
Of course.
We love you even more.
Exactly.
Let me see.
When we mean know you, though, it's typically like in person, not like know people online. You know, because
so,
like we know the people 100% who are in our server, who follow us, who comment and stuff, and we see you and appreciate you.
So the person is Seno, Seno. Not sure who that person is. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right. Yeah, a one-off $10 donation. We appreciate
Thank you, my friend.
We love you so much.
So much. This is the first time we've come close to breaking even at all for anything ever.
You know, it's really these little signs have been coming because I've been dealing with a lot with my job, and so I'm like, you know, it's kind of like what you're saying earlier, Sophia. Like, I wish I, have like a different sort of style job. But really, at this point, I'm just trying to hang on to the current job I have. The health insurance is very good, so that's kind of like where I'm trying to hang out and stay, and just kind of deal. But really, I've been noticing. I think I really, really have been feeling like the future of this podcast, the Betwixt Occult Supplies shop that I also, have this vision of, everything's kind of coming together, and we're now starting to generate a little bit of money. Like, we have Mike Stewart, awesome dude, giving us that $5 on Buzzsprout. He subscribed to us there. And then now, this one-off donation, and like, these are such, small things in the grand scheme of things, but it's such a good sign that things are going.
And we didn't have those before, for like years and years. Like, how long have we been doing this? Like, I feel like I've been on the podcast for at least 4 years now.
I think it's been 4 or 5 years, pretty much the entire time that me and Rue have been together.
The podcast has been going for 5, a little bit over 5 now.
Yeah.
Like 5 and or actually almost like 5.5 at this point. For the podcast, and Sophia, you joined within 6 months to a year, so you've been here at least.
You joined pretty early on.
Yeah. I joined episode 10. Like, I am pretty fucking
right, exactly.
At this point.
Basically,
like, I remember at the beginning, I was like, "Oh, I'm so shy. I forgot to even like respond to something," and now I'm just like, "Sup, bitch."
What up?
There, I put on fishnets for the thirst trap.
There you go. Wonderful. For all the video viewers out there.
To be sentimental, I'm very happy to have you part of our family, Sophia. I really am.
Yeah.
Like, it's really cool
to be here.
To have a trans sib from another place, to like, you're part of our family too, and we love you.
I'll visit you sometime, or
we're gonna be coming to you
Canada. I was gonna say.
We got passports.
Chris and I will take you through the party scene. Also, I feel like you and Chris could really jive, because when we started dating, they were non-binary, but now they've started to try on he/him pronouns. So they're like exploring trans mask identities, and I feel like you might be able to, like, I don't know, share some wisdom, or like just have a good vibe that they can learn things from, because like, shit, you've been at it for a minute, man.
It's funny, like, I don't even think about it though, like there are like, there's a lot of like like, there's a lot of like trans influencers out there, or trans content creators, that like their whole platform, identity sort of thing on social media is, I am trans, this is my life, this is what I do, here are resources, and those people were very helpful for me, like, early on. But I guess, like, in a way, like, I am also a trans creator, whatever. Like, I have a queer witchcraft podcast, queer occult podcast. But, like, my transness and my queerness is the thing that I think about the least. And I just find it so interesting about myself.
I mean, I think that there's a process that happens, right? I went through it too. Do you remember what my Twitch channel was named?
It was, it was Trans Girl Omni,
Trans Girl Omni, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, I was kind of looking for community. I didn't want people to constantly have to ask me, "Oh, why is your voice so low?" or like a bunch of other bullshit, because I got it all the time. And so I named myself that, and I actually got found by people who are also, it's double-edged sword. I met community, which then, like, actually the whole reason that we're together is because, a little backstory time. I met Jay through a trans gaming
Discord server
group called, it was called Transmission Gaming. Really bad name. And
it could have been better, but it was there.
Jay and I were in it, and it was a mostly PC thing, and I think it was through Nicotine.
Nicotine, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Nicotine. Shout out to Nicotine, Nikatine. Check
Mhm.
her out on Twitch. She had the server set up, and we met a girl named Lillian on it who wanted to play Destiny 2 on the PlayStation servers, right?
Mhm.
So we started a clan, just her and I, right?
Little
And
PlayStation
then
squad.
I brought my friend Vikram in, right? And that was the original three. It was Vikram, myself, and Lillian, right?
Mhm.
And then Ava eventually joined because like she was looking for she literally posted on Twitter. Does anybody know any trans gaming clans for Destiny? I am hella tired of playing with cis people, or something to that effect. And somebody just linked her to our server.
It was like, we have
Um,
exactly what you're looking for.
and she showed up, and we've been friends since. Like her and I immediately hit it off, and we've been like good friends since. Love you, Ava, if you're listening. And then Jay joined the server.
Mm.
I'm not sure how you found out about it.
No
But then
idea.
Katie joined. Lillian was a tyrant because she felt like she had ownership over it because she thought she created it. When I was like, "You didn't create it. We created it. It was you, me, and Vikram. Get over yourself, right?" Um,
Community. Communal effort.
and she was treating it like she had rights to tell us how to like behave in the group, and like she had the right to set the rules. So her and I got into a fight, and eventually she was kicked out of the group because she was a bitch to everybody. And then the
Social structures,
then
high school social
and
politics
and
always seem
then
to.
Ava became the leader because she's far better at it. And then that's now what we now call the train chat.
Choo choo.
Okay, it's now called the Train Gang because it used to be
Yeah, the train gang.
Transmission Gaming,
Yeah.
right? And when we stopped being that, we're like, well, what do we call it? And I was in a train station and I was high on acid. So like, oh my god, we're not transmission gaming, we're train station gaming. So I changed our name to it and it stuck, but then it felt too weird calling it a gaming group, so eventually Ava changed it to the Train Gang.
Yeah, the train gang. And isn't like the tag on there like the shortened thing like or
Chew.
chew? It's chew.
It's so
Yeah,
your clan
CHOO.
tag is Chew, CHOO, and then
And I feel
multiple
like
people
just
it'll
for
be
that
Chew Chew.
reason, Rue, you should play Destiny and be in the choo choo the train
Um,
gang.
so if you've ever had your ass kicked by Choo
Yes.
Choo on Destiny, if you're a player, that's my friends, and
Yeah, we're a
sorry,
bunch of
but not
queers.
sorry. And like Ava is a fucking beast at Destiny. Like she absolutely
Oh
annihilates
yeah.
people. If you do play Destiny, there's a high chance she's kicked your ass at some point.
Yes, it is. So you want to be on her team? That's where you want
That's
to
the
be.
idea.
You want to be on Ava's team, not on the opposing team.
As long as you're not on PC servers, because she doesn't really play on PC servers. She's a console player, pretty much exclusively, and she doesn't really like crossplay. I'll do crossplay to play with friends and challenge myself on PC servers sometimes. So back in the day, I was a real PvP sweat, but not so much anymore because I'm fucking over Destiny right now. They really
Really
got to do something. Just
burned out.
it's the same shit constantly.
Grind, grind,
Do
grind.
seasonal
Pew, pew,
activities, grind
pew.
the same things, do these fucking shitty missions, hold square on this thing. Oh, look at that new build diversity options for the same enemies every fucking 3 months that you gotta rotate and incorporate in your build. And like, oh, look at that new items you gotta craft every fucking season. So make sure you get on and you get your battle pass to level 100 and you do your deep sight resonance. Oh, but you also got deep sight activators now, so you got to make sure you spend those because they elapse at the end of the season. Like, there's just so much shit, and I'm just like
Yeah,
over it because they're just piling stuff on top of stuff at this point, and like
time
it's
sink
like
for no
they
reason.
trying to FOMO you with the time sink, with the grind, with the power creep, right? And it's
Mm-hmm.
like fucking bullshit. I'm I'm here for the final shape. No, I haven't pre-ordered it yet. I'm not gonna really pre-order it until like pretty close to the time that it's coming out. Um, just so I can preload because I know I'm gonna want to finish the series that I've put like fucking 7 years of time into at this point.
That's kind of where I am with
I came
Destiny
in at
too.
year 3. So I'm like pushing 7 years here, and I'm like I am fucking over this. Like, Bungie started off as a company that I trusted, and they have lost so much trust with like their bad This Week at Bungie shit that they've done, where they're like, oh, or not with This Week at Bungie, State of the Game, where they were basically like, oh, we can't make new PvP maps. It's too much resource drain. It's hard on us. You have too high expectations as a player base. And we're like, asking for new PvP maps for a game that has been out for like over 5 years, right? And
But they still want you to buy that
doesn't
pass.
have shit for content is not over high expectations. It's a bare minimum, right? Look at what any other PvP game does. They constantly, like back in the day, used to constantly put out like map packs every like 3 months. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like now they're acting like it's impossible, and it's not. They just don't want to do shit with the massive amounts of money that they have, other than entice people to spend more money on microtransactions because they've gotten fucking greedy, right?
Yeah, that's usually where it happens. You follow the money trail, they start doing microtransactions, they get rich off that, and then you have GTA 5. You know, you have GTA Online or whatever. You have 10 years of that, of the same shit and microtransactions. So, I will say with GTA, I mean, like, they do update shit and new missions and whatever the hell, but
Yeah, but they are still
yeah.
trying to get you to buy the fucking shark cards and
Mm-hmm.
like spend 100 fucking bucks,
I
and
think,
you
like,
too can have
overall,
everything you need in GTA.
with games across the board, like, I haven't been playing a lot of games. One, I just been busy with life and work and stuff, but the other thing too is they just do not hold my interest. Like, I open a game and I'm like, all right, collect the thing, shoot the thing, jump the platform,
Okay.
like, bored.
There's 2 games right now that keep holding my interest more than anything, and I'm constantly torn between playing them. And I'm gonna explain why. It's Armored Core 6,
Hmm.
Fires of the Rubicon, and Baldur's Gate 3. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which have you played?
I haven't played either of them. Armored Core
Do
doesn't
you like
really appeal
D&D?
to me too much. Yeah, and we were talking about Baldur's Gate
You
the
would
last
love
time.
Baldur's Gate.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I probably wait till it goes on sale though. I don't like to pay full price for games because I'm cheap.
I'm not sure if it'll go on sale anytime soon because of how big of a hit it is, but
I'll
you
wait.
never know.
I'm very
One thing
patient.
that you can also do is get secondhand discs on the Facebook Marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
Tons of people will buy a game and then just sell the disc off, right?
Yeah.
That way they don't enter like the digital economy, because it is pretty predatory. Because like they charge you the same amount of money to download a game that you can buy and then resell. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's utter bullshit. They should totally have like a mandatory 30% or more price reduction in like buying a digital copy. But
There
maybe
should
not
be
30%,
because,
like a
like,
good chunk.
with a physical copy of the game, you have the packaging of it, you have the disc, you
Hmm.
have the shipping,
The instructions manual
everything.
or any extra like shit that
That they
they
don't even
decide to
come with
give
those
you.
anymore. They don't even fucking come with
Ugh.
those. That used to be the best
Chunky has
part.
something to say.
Oh,
Chunky has something to say.
Chunk has something
No,
to say.
he just jumped up in my lap.
He
And
is a
Oh.
chunky boy.
He is a chunky boy. He is a big old
Chunky
pitbull.
is a 90-pound brindle pit bull, and he's my
Aw.
brother, and he is the love of my life.
But like, why I think Armored Core and other FromSoft games do really well, other than like a lot of reasons, like the tight gameplay, the difficulty, the stories, the immersive worlds. They're they're they came up with a new term to describe something that video games used to be. Okay, it's
Fun
called, get this, feature complete.
feature. Oh yeah, like everything is there on day one, on launch day.
You're not gonna pay to get more. So here's a good example as to why Baldur's Gate rules and why you should support Larian. They cut content from their game because it was not up to the standards that people that they want to put forward from their game. It was too buggy in a lot of things, right? But they also had way more than enough anyways to begin with, right? It's not like there's a lack of content in Baldur's Gate 3.
Right.
But then people were like saying how interested they were in this cut content and wanting to explore it. Do you know what Larian says? Okay, well then we'll start working on it and trying to get that content up to snuff so that we can put it out for you as additional content. And they're like literally giving you free shit they couldn't finish, just because it's the right thing to do because they want to show their fan base love.
Well, that works for me. When you were mentioning when we were talking about train station gaming earlier, I dropped a picture in the voice text. So the other day,
I saw that.
yeah, the other day coming home.
I wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah, so the other day coming home, my train, good old SEPTA, was stopped at North Philly Station, because there was bullshit happening on the tracks, and so we can't move the train. We can't move till further notice. And then they did shuttle buses and all this shit. So I was stranded at North Philly Station for a little bit until my wonderful wife Rue came to rescue me with our car. But so
North Philly.
yeah, North Philly. It's not the train. It's not the station that you want to be at for any length of time. So I was just, just looking around. There's a lot of graffiti and stuff on the platform and all. And then I saw this thing tagged. It's got like, it looks like a stang, kind of. So it's got like a line down the center, a circle, and then two other lines coming off of the top. One's like an arrow, and then one looks like an asterisk, and it has like the Anarchy A in the middle. And then on the down, it looks sort of like an inverted cross. And then I noticed on the right side, that looks like a 5 at the point, and then at the bottom, it looks like a 6. And I'm curious if there's a 1 covered by that blue paint that was on the wall there. It really looked like some DKMU shit. Like I really thought it was like 156, like that current. Like it really looked like something out of
You
one
never
of the
know when you're gonna
DKMU
find
grimoires.
a random ass marauder in the wild. Like I found something out here in Toronto that said, "Hello, my name is 156," and I was like, and it had like a linking sigil on it, and I was like,
Excuse you?
"Who did this? Who did this?" And I posted it in the groups. I'm like, "Okay, who did this?
Who done it?
Want to chat?" And nobody came out. Like, there's people who will like interact with that shit who like never even go online or never even join a group, and like that's legit. I don't even think like it's necessary to join a group to do the work, you know.
That's kind of me. Like I'm in the DKMU server, mostly like for reference stuff because there's a lot of cool referencey materials and links and whatnot in there, and I kind of peruse and look. But I guess I'm more of a lurker than anything, but like I'm out there and like I'm doing my tags and you know. But I just I wanted to share that with you. I thought that was a neat little find while I was stranded at North Philly train station.
North Philly train station.
Not the place you wanna be.
Ever wanna be.
I have
Where
been
dreams go to
kicked out of my
die.
seat.
The dog has kicked you out of your seat. Trying to log
Don't mind
in.
me.
I can smoke and record now.
Ooh. Oh, now that Chunk has kicked you out.
It's the North Philly train station.
Trying to log into Kick on.
We should almost make a T-shirt that's got like musical notes. And it's like North Philly train station.
Fuck.
We'd have to give Seth the royalties.
Yeah, probably.
Would we?
Maybe. I don't know.
You find out for me there, bud.
Damn, I'm really trying to figure out what the hell I made the password for this. Boo, hiss. Nope. Wait, is it that? Hey. Wait. Good. Just wanted to be I wanted the dashboard, but I like looking at it on my phone. Oh wait, there is no dash here. Fucker. Oh, channel, here we go.
Oh look, now I can see Sophia. I pulled the stream up on my mom's computer.
Look at
Sup,
that.
Oh look, it's a viewer.
Oh, look. Yeah, I wanted to
I like the
open,
fishnets.
Thanks.
Can't believe you kicked me out of my spot.
I believe it, because
What's
that's what
this
he
called?
does.
Slut era? Lol.
Slut. You were saying earlier, Sophia, you were like, oh, I'll show you the party scene, and my immediate thought was, I don't know how to party. What does party mean? What do people do when they party? I'm not a party guy.
Drugs.
Oh. Okay.
Drugs.
Drugs. How do you party? Drugs.
You don't have to drugs. For example, I actually don't even do any illegal substances when I'm going out partying. It's just liquor and weed.
Hmm.
The real drug is the environment, the people, and the motherfucking dancing.
See, I don't dance. So
You can dance if you want to.
You can get one behind, but if you don't dance, junkie dance with me.
copyright infringement now.
You can dance if you want to, Jay.
Oh,
You just
but I do not want
look.
to.
Oh. You know what's the big thing with dancing for me?
Mm.
I have to feel it. It's mandatory. Like I can't just like groove there to look pretty. I'm like I have such a weird style. I'll like just stand there perfectly still and enjoy the music and be like, yeah, this is cool. This is cool. But I only dance when I feel something that I can dance to and that I want to dance to, and then I let my body move how it does. And the best thing I can describe what I do is kind of something closer, similar to jigging, I want to say.
Yeah,
I'm told it's pretty good.
I've never danced. I've never had any desire to. I have no sense of bodily rhythm. And so I think that's why I never just got into party scenes, because I'm like, I can't drink a lot. I could smoke, sure. I can't drink a lot though, and I don't dance, so I'm like, what would I do there? Just,
You can
hello.
vibe, man.
But I feel like that's like frowned upon.
No. What? No.
I don't know. I feel like if you're not dancing or hooking up with people, then you should not go out.
No.
Like that's sort of like the rule that was pressed upon me.
It's not true at all. I'm here to free your mind from the conceptions of society's understanding of partying. It needn't be limited, my friends.
Don't limit yourselves in your
Like,
partying.
fuck, sometimes when I'm partying, we just lay in bed, talk. I'm kidding.
Hashtag partying.
Look at me, I'm partying in an armchair right now with y'all. Nah, but for real, it's usually like chilling in an environment and having a good time, right? Like for some people, explicitly, it's finding the smokers lounge and chilling outside. And it's often because it's a space to meet other people, right? Like if you go to a queer party, everybody's dressed up so fucking nice. You get an excuse to like wear clothes that you really like, or like take some time and energy to put some shit into yourself, right? Like if you're into kink at all, kink events can be really great because like not only does it give you a chance to meet people, but it gives you ideas of stuff that you might be later interested in, you know? Like there's all kinds of different ways to party. Like my friends who sword fight.
I just have like no confidence, I guess, in myself. So like I just don't know what I would do in like a club, or like I don't know what I'd wear. I don't know what I'd even feel comfortable wearing. Probably a t-shirt and fucking shorts.
Oh, you
like,
just talk to this bitch here, and I'll help you find something. No, t-shirt and shorts isn't really clubwear. Let's
Right,
just
and so
say.
I don't think things look good on me other than a t-shirt and short. I'm just so utilitarian when it comes to like
You know,
clothing.
if you came shopping with me, bud, at Value Village, and we spent like $100 Canadian, not even, you'd have a fucking fire outfit.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't know.
We'd take you
Sometimes I feel
clubbing.
like I'm like some things are just too queer for me to wear. I don't know. Like I was looking for
Not
shirts
even.
for ritual and like this one shirt, I was like, I need to be like literally Lenny Kravitz to wear this thing. Like I'm too straight looking to wear this item of clothing.
So like, I don't know. My partner Chris really likes for the mask stuff that they wear. They're really into like it's almost best described as like tech wear aesthetic or like
Mm,
anime dude bro, right?
mm,
Um and they have this like really cool puffer coat that we found them in what's it called? Value Village when we were out thrifting the other day, and it looks
mm,
fucking perfect on them, right? And it's like so cool. It's like shit you'd see in a movie, right? And it's like just something we picked up at Value Village for $20, right? And it's
mm,
just like having a nice coat and a nice shirt does so much more than you think, right?
mm. Yeah, that's
And
very
like
true.
he was wearing a fucking anime shirt with like two girls tastelessly making kissing faces at each other with it. You know what I mean? And he still looked great.
No, for me, it's just plain. I don't know what has like I've gotten rid of the majority of my crew neck t-shirts. I can't wear crew neck t-shirts anymore. I feel like I'm choking when I'm wearing them, and it's really weird because
Mhm.
like Rue has kind of developed the same issue, and another friend of mine has also the same issue. Um,
Maybe the
all in
company
recent
suddenly changed the cut.
maybe, but it just feels like when I wear a crew neck shirt, it just feels like I'm just like like being choked by the shirt. Now I'm like strictly V-necks and tank tops all day long. But V-necks are hard
Dang.
to find in like designs and stuff. It's usually just plain solid color. So I've become very boring in my attire, but that's okay, I guess. What
You're
matters is the
maturing, honey.
I'm old and boring.
My my aesthetic can be simply described as super slut.
I think I'm a dad now, without like actually. I think I'm in my dad era.
Dad bod
Yeah,
era.
my aesthetic is
Yeah,
100%
that
super
too.
slut for sure.
I I admire your
As Treat Me
confidence,
Like a
Sophia.
Slut by Kim Petra starts to play in my head.
Like literally. Thinking the same thing. Oh,
I have
good
Katie's
times.
candle lit here. Katie's been making candles.
Katie
Oh,
also got engaged.
Yes,
Congrats.
yes.
yes.
She did get engaged. Very
To a
the
fellow witch, Barbara.
yep. I don't know if Barbara considers herself a witch, but definitely very witch
She
adjacent, I
does.
would say. Um
She does. After
yeah,
our wedding, she does.
okay. Well, you're a witch now. Congratulations. Welcome to the family.
Yeah, I had that an interesting experience, kind of similar to that, with one friend. She was like, "Oh, I couldn't do magic." I'm like, "Sure you can. Do you want to learn?" She's like, "Sure." Instead of like being a shitty skeptic, I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, hold out your hand and do this." And then she did. I'm like, "Do you feel anything?" She's like, "Oh, yeah." And I'm like, "Okay, what does it feel like?" And she described the exact feeling that you get when you're gathering energy. I'm like, "Perfect, you're doing it. Now cast it to have something like this happen." And I like gave her like and then I described how she could like have it cast for certain things. And then I like had several points where like I showed her, right? Like she didn't have her cab showing up, and like it was or Lyft, because Lyft has been horrible in Toronto recently.
Really?
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I think service bloat and lack of lack of servicing to it has probably gotten to it. Although I can't speak about it in true depth because it's not like I work at Lyft, so I
Right, yeah,
just
you don't
only have
know all the...
outsider opinions, which are very often inaccurate. Um,
Damn.
but yeah, so Lyft sucks. What were we talking about?
I don't remember anything particular. We had a particular train of thought that we were on. Did you want to say something, Rue? I heard you talk.
I just said damn because I just realized I brought my Switch, but it is charging slowly, but it's charging. The cord I brought, I'm trying to charge my Switch currently, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
Super
not
slow.
yeah, super slow, but it is charging, so but all good.
I know, you're so
I
far
already
away.
had
Yeah,
a
we
It's
haven't
so
really.
weird. I don't have to worry about like my mic volume. You're not in the
right.
exact same room as me right
Mm-hmm.
now. You're so far around the
Real.
corner from your mom's.
It's
Around
still
the
so
corner.
strange that Rue and I have unstable internet connection. Rue, are you also on a mobile device?
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
that's it.
that has to
Yeah.
be
It'd
what
be
it
different if
is.
I had a computer, or if you were on a computer.
Yeah.
Because we get this
Unfortunately.
error
Yeah.
too commonly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, my 5G, like honestly, my mom's Wi-Fi is horrendous. I can't do anything on it, so my mobile service is better than my mom's Wi-Fi.
I'm not on my
But
mobile service, I'm just on a mobile phone.
yeah, T-Mobile, I got the 5G. Ugh.
5G, ugh. Whenever it says
Also,
ugh,
I have our Slytherin Snaky, and I just noticed I had no idea it had all these pretty color pattern things on the back,
yeah,
like on the little spots.
the squishmallows were cute. We found...
We finally succumbed. We bought our first Squishmallows. Whatever.
I like to hug something while I sleep, just like a pillow or something soft. I usually sleep on my side. So like when I sleep
Ooh,
on my
that's
side, I
nice.
want to like hug something, and so those squishmallows are like fucking perfect for that.
Yes.
It's like in the name, wishy.
It's no, it's like some people. I swear, there's people on TikTok. They build a giant pile of Squishmallows and they just sleep on them,
Mm,
like just like throw themselves into them, like because some of them are like honestly big enough to
they're like
be
beanbag
like a chair
chairs.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you get enough of them and you just let yourself fall into a pile of squish, which I understand now what everybody is the types behind.
I kind
So
of
that
want to
sounds
get
awesome.
a beanbag chair for meditation. I feel like that would be a very comfortable place to
Yeah,
meditate. Would be in a beanbag chair.
that'd be nice.
Yeah, because like I think about it in the back room, like when I'm just like back there, doing whatever. I'm like, I don't want to like sit on the bed. I don't want to sit in a chair. Like sitting in a chair doesn't feel very like comfortable always. Because I'm always sitting in a desk
Hmm.
chair, like in an office chair. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I think we should get a beanbag chair.
Yes.
Beanbag chair to enlightenment.
That's another shirt.
I picked up some
Oh,
interesting.
tell me,
Hmm.
Beans, what enlightenment do you have for me today?
The beans of enlightenment. I need to charge my beanbag chair so I can
My enlightened beans.
bean for your thoughts.
Been there, done
Oh,
that.
Oh shit. Been there, done that. God damn it.
that was good. Chunky, we've devolved into madness.
Absolute
This is what
madness.
happens when you're not here, Scott. Steady us.
I
I
know.
know.
This is also what happens when I don't take enough drugs and I'm just tired and I'm just like I need to relax a little bit because I've been up until like 4 a.m. for the past 2 days.
Just can't sleep.
That's no good.
No, I'm partying.
Oh, okay. You've just been busy.
Fucking get on with it.
But I don't know. I mean we could wrap up a couple minutes early. We're like at 55 minutes.
I don't know.
We've been going
Um, we can also keep going if there's like stuff that people got going on, like stuff they wanted to talk about.
For me right now, I'm trying to figure out why the bots in the Discord server will not let this person in. So that's something that I'm dealing with off to the side. So maybe after we're done recording here, Sophia, I don't know. Do you know how these bots work? Like how I can kind of
Not a damn clue. I'm
Alright.
not a Discord fluent. Honestly, like I said, I've said before to people, I only have a high school education, so it's not like I am the most educated in systems or understanding of how to what is it? Know how systems change to keep up with it. There's something Chris was talking about last night where they were saying that like a certain level of education will teach you how to use some stuff, and then the higher level just really teaches you how to like update stuff so that you understand the concept as a whole and you can stay up to date with whatever happens, you know. Or at least that's my understanding of what they were saying. So yeah, it's interesting. But it makes sense too, you know.
I'm kind of considering getting rid of the
And I
damn
don't
bots. They're
I
more
don't
hassle than what they're worth.
yeah.
Because I get a lot of
It's not like
people.
we're
You can
getting
easily
harassed
get rid of them.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the whole I think I don't really think we need them. And maybe down the road, like if we get big, like we need like a lot of moderate. But at that point, we'll probably have mods and a whole team of people that would be able to sort of moderate the channel. So I think I might get rid of them because they're more trouble than what they're worth. I get a lot of people not complaining, just being like, "Hey, I'm fucking confused and I don't know what to do. And I also am fucking confused at how they work and I don't know what to do. I'm trying this bypass command. I'm like, I found a bypass command and I was like, well, that seems smart. So bypass username. Nope, didn't work. And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I got fucking nothing. I don't know. But yeah, so that's probably my plan. Once we're done recording here, I might just purge the bots from this. I really think we need them. Not right now. Purge.
Office Space ambitious.
But yeah, and then really what my focus is really going forward is this shop. Like we have 2 weeks until South Jersey Pagan Pride. That's going to be our first debut of Betwixt occult supplies. I've got all kinds of neat products available. Trying to obtain more skeleton keys before, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Nothing's really been lining up in my flea market searches. So, and I'm not just going to buy skeleton keys on Amazon and resell them. I'm not going to do that shit. Or on eBay. Not going to do it. Got to be hand curated shit. That's what I want.
Yeah.
But we could kind of wrap things up here, I think. I'm kind of low energy, and I have a million more things to do.
I know a place up here that gets the skeleton keys.
Ooh, yeah, if you have a good resource supply.
Who's to say where they source it, though? I just buy it from a consignment shop out here.
Oh, that's nice.
Oop. And it's like really classic. Like the leaves are offset from the turn dial. Also, this is my keychain that goes with it, which is memorabilia from working on the Changeling last year. Which it's out, by the way. I don't know if y'all have seen it.
Is it a horror movie or a show?
It's a TV show, and I don't want to say because the mystery is the whole part of the thing. But yeah, it's kind of horror.
Okay. Well, with the name Changeling, it sounded pretty creepy, at the very least.
it's yeah. To quote the book that they constantly reference in this show, what is it? A baby is a gift most sweet, and a baby is a fairy's favorite treat.
Ooh,
Mm.
that's all like Fae
Something
kind
like
of
that.
seems.
Yeah,
Mhm.
a baby is the favorite thing for a fae to eat.
Ooh, all right, that has some. My interest is definitely piqued for that.
I'm definitely misquoting it, but yeah, it's good. It's on Apple Plus. All you need is like an Apple account. If you have iPhones, you can do that
I think
very
my sister
easily.
has one.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
There's 4 episodes out right now. It's kind of a fucking roller coaster. I'll say a little bit about it without spoiling it, and like honestly, talking about it, it's nice now because as the episodes come out, certain parts of the NDA elapse. Like I can talk about stuff once it's released,
Mm,
you know.
right.
Um, so like without going into spoilers, because I don't want to spoil the plot of it for anyone. It starts off as like a romance story between 2 characters,
Mm,
right? And things are a little bit off.
mm,
And they like there's a little bit of uncanny valley that happens in the interactions, and like it at first you're like, this is a little weird. I can't quite like place my finger on it, but like the dialogue is off, something's off, right?
right.
And that's like a very deliberate choice
Mm,
because um they they make it clear that both the characters are deeply unhealthy people because of
mm,
their traumas that they've had in their past.
right.
And like the first episode is like introducing them, talking about actually a fair bit of like their like childhood and familial trauma, and how like their dating styles mirror their parents' dating styles,
Mm,
and how
mm-hmm.
it's also like low key about like intergenerational trauma and how that
Right.
shit gets passed on, how it affects a person. It goes to like postpartum depression and like a whole bunch of shit. So like um give it a watch.
Me and
It's
Ro
gonna
were kind
take
of talking
turns that you're
about.
not expecting.
We were kind of talking about like intergenerational trauma, and like not so much trauma, but like behaviors. Right. We were talking about that earlier. So
Mhm.
like we're definitely at that age now, right? Like it's very frustrating when you see your parent and or older adult that you're interacting with acting exactly the way that you did when you were a teenager. And then they just like they'll act out like a teenager, and you're like, you could just say what you're feeling. Like you could just like tell me what
Mhm.
it is. You don't got to be like this, you know? And it's just like so funny because it's funny but also frustrating because you're like, man, like I did all this work with myself, and like I grew up, and I've done this, like I've come to this point where I'm like, okay, I can identify when I'm feeling a certain way, and I know how to communicate to someone,
Mhm.
right? And like you see these older adults or your own parents, and you're like, y'all are acting like fucking kids. Like, grow the fuck up.
Yeah, it does happen with some older people.
Mm,
Not everybody who gets older necessarily get wiser, and some of
yeah.
them just have their bad habits that they've been allowed to live without getting checked on.
Hmm.
Some of them just kind of have those take over and they do really stupid shit and they act like fools, and it's just life, man.
Nonsense. Nonsense.
Sometimes people be acting like a
Like a
knob,
damn
you
fool.
know? Like a knob. A knobby knob. So
Well,
that's what I have to say about it.
any sort of
Until next time, folks.
yeah, I was gonna say any sort of concluding
Huh?
thoughts. No, we're just gonna wrap. We're a
Um,
couple minutes over an hour.
kill God. No, I'm kidding.
Always.
Uh, honestly, my brain is just so much more power right now because of all the partying and should have been doing. I do see how people talk about how like having too much alcohol, it's like it separates your spirit from you almost, you know.
Like you feel a little detached from yourself.
It's just like I don't even know. It's like you're less in touch, less in tune. Things are like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I don't want to shit on anybody who really likes their drinking or even like culturally drinking's important for them. Like everybody's got their own nuances and their own differences. But like, I wish there was a way to partake in the high energy of the party scene while maintaining some kind of wholesome level of um interaction with it, right?
Yeah.
Rather than just like, let's go get
Drink
up,
water in
up.
between your drinks. I recommend that. Have a
Mm-hmm.
glass
I
of
mean,
water
obviously, yeah.
in between, and then Pedialyte afterwards tends to help people bounce back. Some Pedialyte will work. But yes,
But
Sophia,
like,
don't party too hard, okay? We need you.
I could have partied until fucking 6 a.m. and I still would have been here.
Oh, I know you would have been here, and we always appreciate your dedication. Rue, you enjoy dog sitting at mom's
Yes,
and
yes,
smoking your face off, I'm sure. And
yes.
playing Pokemon, I think that's your mission.
If I ever get this Switch to charge, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's in the green finally.
Oh, here we go. Wonderful. Blessed be. All right, everybody. To anyone who has tuned in, thank you so much for stopping by. Please check out our Discord. I'm going to get rid of the goddamn bots that make it hard for people to get in. So you can just click it and you're in. And then if you're a dick, then we can kick you out. That's how it works. So don't be a dick. There you go. Also check out our Ko-fi. Our Hail Satan tier is pretty cool. $6.66 a month. You can give shout out.
Was that the tier that the person?
No, their donation.
donation.
Yeah, it was just a one-off $10 donation, but we appreciate it all.
We'll shout it all out anyways. It's not like we're getting so much that we have to ignore shit. You're always gonna.
No, that's why we're shouting it out. Every penny that I get, I'm like, yeah, woo, we did it. We're professionals.
We are not as poor. Hooray, hooray, hooray.
And eventually, I think Sophia's gonna get a pro team together for Armored Core. So, if you want to join Sophia's pro team,
you wish.
Omni Esports.
I wish. We all wish. No, I don't know if it's going to be a competitive esports game, but we'll see because it does have 1v1 and 3v3. So for all we know, maybe it will become a dedicated FromSoft PvP title where they want it to be like next level mecha action game. Enemies are hard. You're gonna get better.
Maybe.
Go get 'em, Tiger.
Well, with that, go get 'em, Tiger. We will see you all in the next one. We'll see you next Sunday. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.